people. You know them, so let's move on. Chairman. Okay, so now let's go to the policies. And please, let's listen carefully. Everything you do here is governed by policy. We don't want to say by law, so we say by policy. My boss is human rights lawyer, so I don't want to go there. So there are two policies. You know, there are two segments of students. We have undergraduate students and what? Graduate students. So you are undergraduate students. So we'll look at that one. Let's move on. And these are the policies. The one in red for graduates. The one on the left for you guys. Okay? I hope I can call you my friends. Thank you. So let's look at the one governing your work. So they say program. You are here to offer a program. I'm doing BSc Mathematics. That's a program. Okay? We put courses together and then we'll call it what? A program. Then I'll tell you that come and go through all these courses. When you are able to pass all these courses, I'll call it a program and I'll give you a certificate. So this is a definition I'm trying to explain to you. And we have regular programs, we have sandwich programs, and we have distance programs. You are regular people where you come and stay here, enjoy life, and pass your exams and get your certificate and go. We have sandwich people. Those ones, we have a specific time they come here. Within 2 months, they are done and they are gone. And then we have distance programs where you are staying in your house comfortably. And then we'll meet you somewhere, and then you take your assessment and exams and we'll move on. But you are regular students. So anytime we are ringing the bell, looking for regular students, please come. Okay? And these are the degrees we have. Let's move on. Now, I mentioned a course. You can always Google to know what it means. We have types of courses. The one that worries us most is audited courses. I will come there and explain. I am doing BSc Maths. I have registered algebra, what do you call them? Algebra and what? The courses. So I've registered all the courses. Then I think that there's some course in economics that if I had an opportunity, I'll go and add. Are you getting it? So I'll consult with my lecturer, consult with my department, get their approval, and then I'll do what? I'll audit the course. That's why we say it's a voluntary what? Course. So you will have assessment, but you don't write end of sem on it. We'll explain it later. And then we have elective courses. So if I'm doing maths, algebra is my elective course. Com skills is not my elective course. I mean, you know core maths, core English, core science. So we also use those terms here, core. And then senior high, physics, chemistry, they were what? Elective. So you understand the concept. Terry, let's move on. No, go back and let me see something. Now we have what we call, you see the core, our core here. A compulsory course, the student, you are required to take it in order to graduate. Look, you can pass all the courses in the university. If you don't pass a compulsory course, you are not going anywhere. Let's move on. Is that not the same thing in senior high? If you don't have English, math, science, are you correct? So it's the same thing here. So these are the types of compulsory courses we have. We have what we call university-wide compulsory course. It means every human being is doing that course, as long as you are a student. Something like communication skills, everybody will do it. Is it communication or communicative? Okay. We have faculty compulsory courses. I mean, sociology, the faculty of social sciences. There are some courses that relate to faculty of social sciences that will add to your what? List of courses. We have departmental courses. And then we have program-specific courses. So these type of courses are put together, and then you see them before you register. Please, is it clear? All right. And I'm emphasizing, if you fail compulsory course, trouble for you. I'm not saying fail elective courses. All right. Charlie, let's move on. So you will see these courses. You will see communicative skills. You will see general African studies. You see liberal courses, information literacy, all these ones are university compulsory courses. Look at them well. You can take screenshots. Let's move on. You wanted to take the screenshot? Okay, you take them. Take them. The one operating is there. Oh, I'm not the one doing it. Okay, can we move on? Hey, Charlie, time no deal. No. The previous slide. So we are saying what? You will not graduate. That's what I said. If you don't pursue a program, you can't graduate. How can you even graduate when you have not done a program? Charlie, let's move on. Hey, you are going back. Okay, my favorite section here. Please, have you paid your fees? Good. Have you registered? Have you created your portal? You got the SMS, and you have created the portal. Wonderful. So you are now waiting to register, right? Or you have registered? Okay. Why are you not registering? Divine, why are they not registering? Oh, okay. So, you see, okay, so after orientation, then you register. Please, you can register anywhere on earth. You can just pick your phone, and then you register. So the iPhones and Samsungs you have, utilize them now. Now, this is the link to your portal which you have created. There's one thing I wish we just use 1 minute and do it, but we don't have time. When you open your portal, you see personal details. Have you seen it? Okay. So they ask your name, your address, your phone number. There are some people, they say they won't provide. Now, if you don't provide, tomorrow then you write to us, oh, can I get data on the number of students or number of male students, or can I get the data for you? Will I be able to get that data for you? If you don't fill in that portion, we wouldn't have data for you to do your research or project work in level 400. You get it? So when you go home, now that we are waiting for registration, just open it and complete everything there. Please, with genuine numbers. Some people put lotto numbers there as phone numbers. Okay. So you create your portal and register. You are not continuing students yet, so you can move on. There's a penalty for registration. My boss is the one who enforces it. If you don't register on time, you pay penalty. Some people say they have money, so they will pay. We will charge you higher. You pay penalty for failing to register within time. I'm sure you are best students. You do that. After registration, we have adding and dropping of courses. You see, I registered algebra, but I just realized that, Charlie, that course, there may be some issues there. So let me find a way. Please, there's a period for that. Come and do it. And let me tell you one secret. If you register early, you get a very good group. You know, some courses will group you. If you don't register early, you go and be under. There's a lecturer here. I don't want to mention his name. So register early to get what? Better courses to do. And then you can audit the course as I mentioned. But please, don't audit course without seeing your lecturer or your department. Some people have audited courses. They come to us. They have problems later. We ask the department. The lecturer will say, me, I didn't know the guy did it too. The department is not aware. Nobody is aware. He just went and audited it. Make sure the lecturer is aware before you audit. I'm the one teaching it, so tell me before you pick it and add to your courses you are registering. Charlie, let's move on. Now, minimum workload. This thing is also giving us problems. You see, every course, we have credit hours attached to the course. And when you add all your credit hours for a semester, the regular students, you should have minimum of what? 15 and a maximum of 18. We are talking about regular. So when we are looking for regular. So when you go and register, and you see that the total credits you have down there, you have 12. It means there's a problem, isn't it? Please don't go home and sleep. See your registration or examination officer to help you rectify it. When you go and register and you see that the credits are 55, how can a human being do that? So you have to look for the exam officer for us to rectify it. Take note. All right. Let's move on. Now, the man is saying I should hurry up. Oh, really? Oh, please, do you know credit hours? Wow. Okay, so let me explain it for you clearly. I am doing, let's say, algebra 101. Okay? Now, every course, we attach a specific weight to the course that we are doing. So, I can attach a weight of 3 to algebra, or I attach a weight of 2 to com skills, or attach a weight of 1 to African studies. Depending on the number of hours the course will be what? Taught. So algebra will be taught for 3 hours, okay, in a week. It means that the credit hours for algebra will be what? 3. The 3 hours could be 2 hours theory, 1 hour what? Practicals. Depending on how the department or the what? The lecturer will put it. Okay? So if you see algebra, 3 credit hours, it means you are attending that course for how many hours in a week? 3. You can question the lecturer if he comes to teach you 1 hour. But it's supposed to be 3 hours. Are you getting it? If you see 1 credit hour, it means what? 1 hour. So at the end of the day, your grade will be multiplied by the what? Every grade we have here, we have a corresponding what? Figure. For instance, A. A goes with figure what? 4. Then my credit hour, 3. When I multiply 3 times 4 is what? 12. There's a way we calculate CGPA. I don't know whether we can have time to do that. Okay. So for now, let's take it. The credit hours are attached to what? The courses. And that tells you how many hours you are doing per what? Per week. The higher the credit hours, the more important the course. Please, the credit hours in calculation will determine your CGPA. So don't be joking with 3 credit hours. The maximum we have is 3. The minimum is what? 0. And that 0 is the audited course. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3. Please, is it clear? Don't joke with 3 credit hour courses. Again. Okay. Charlie, let's go. Now, change of name. I have been admitted as Kofi Nyaku. Hey. Oh, okay. Sorry. Kofi Nyaku. Hey, the name I'm mentioning, am I safe? They say I'm safe. So, I've been admitted. My name is Kofi Nyaku. Then I come in after first semester. He comes to tell us that, please, I want to change my name to Kofi Samson. Do you know why they do that? The person came in with fake certificate. He went and stole somebody's SSC, AAAA, and that person was Kofi Nyaku. So after we have admitted him Kofi Nyaku, are you getting it? Then he now comes to tell us that, no, Kofi Nyaku is not my name. I am called Kofi Samson, so that he can graduate with his real name. Are you getting the point? So people are doing 419 with our system. So when you come inside, you cannot amend your name. So those of you who have those names, we can't change it. Unless you are female. They say now we can't say female. No, they say you can't say male, female. Ah. Oh, okay. So if you are female and you want to marry me or you want to marry my brother, then that one, we can listen to you. Are you getting it? But that is if you are a Christian. If you are a Muslim, we can't listen to you because we don't change our names. Anna, Muslim women, do we change our names? Uh-huh. So me, I'm there. If you come and say, oh, please, I'm a lady, I'm a Muslim woman, I'm going to marry, and I'm changing, I'll tell you, please, please, please. Uh-huh. Okay. Before you do that, if you have to change your name, you have to write a formal letter, which we studied in senior high school, how to write formal letters. You write the letter through your department to DA, then we'll take care of it. Class attendance is compulsory. You are all required to attend lectures. If you are not attending, you must have a formal reason why you are not attending. And this red one is important. That's why we put it there. You see, I am a Muslim. So I'll go and say that today is Friday, I won't go for lecture, I'm going to pray. It's your own headache. Okay? We are secular what? Institution. So we may have lectures on weekends, on holidays. Please, you have to attend. But we have some within, my boss, the law from 7:30 to 5:30. No, the lecture period. Some may abuse it, but we have to check those ones. To 8:30, good. So because we are a secular institution, sometimes we vary the lectures. Some lectures may say, come on weekends. Please, if you are not able to go and see the lecturer. He's a human being. He will understand you. Don't say that, today is a holiday. And that you see, please, it is in our policy. And until we change it, if it is time, go for the lecture. I hope it's clear. Okay, so what we have done is that, let me say for the Muslim, maybe others do other things. Anytime there's a holiday, let's say Eid al-Adha or Eid al-Fitr, we write a formal letter to the Vice Chancellor and then through the Director of Academic Affairs to excuse what? The Muslim students, so that we'll go and perform the prayers. So these days you see the director will write a letter that all lectures should cease for this day. So you can always write formal letters and then you have your way. Okay, so please, to obtain a grade, you can't absent yourself for 3 weeks. This thing has affected me before when I was a student. You don't attend lectures. 4th week, you just appear. The lecturer says, why? Do I know you? He will read the law to you. And look at into brackets. Cumulative, not necessarily consecutive. So it's not necessarily following each other. So I don't attend 2 days. Another 2 days. Another 2. If I add it up 3 weeks, I can take you on. So we are pocket lawyers. So. All right, let's move on. Course numbering. Now, in UCC, this is how we number our courses. Every course has a course code. So English language. E-engine. We use 3 letters and 3 digits. We are saying this because if you go and open your portal and you see E-engine-L, how many letters? That means something is not correct. Are you getting it? And then we use those 3 letters to know which department you are coming from. So as I see here, if I see EVT, I know the person is from home economics. Are you getting the point? If you see ET, so there are codes that we use. So if I'm doing home economics, then I'm going to see MAT hiding somewhere. MAT, then they say management in living. It doesn't make sense. Then look at the figures. This one, I put it there because of masters. But if you are in 100, level 100, your course codes will be 100, 1 something, 1 something, 1 something, 100 and something. Are you getting my point? If I'm in 200, it will look like this one. 200 and what? 31 in 200 columns. If I'm in 300, it goes with what? 300, 400, 400. So if you are going to register and you see Echo 502, is that your course? So you have to raise alarm. Okay, next one. So this is what we're talking about. I didn't know I would even get there. The credit weightings. The one I explained, the credit hours. The 0 credits, 1 credit, 2 credits, and then 3 credits. Okay? This one I explained it earlier. That's the credit hours for courses. The credit hours for courses. So, implications. So this is where, please, I know you are best student and you will never fail. Will you ever fail? Will you ever fail? We will see. It is a crime to fail up to 13 credits. So let's do some mathematics. How will I get 13 credits? Fail. If I have 4 courses and they are all 3 credits, what's the total credit? What's the total credit? Good. So I just need 1 more course with 1 credit. Is that not it? And I'll go home. Are you getting the point? And The 13 credit failure is for an academic year. So first semester, I failed 2. Second semester, I failed 2 plus 1 course. Is that not it? We say bye-bye to you. So some of your people they are in the house resting. Oh. This why I'm bringing my voice down. They are home. But I hope you will not get there. If you fail up to 9 credits, you will repeat. Do you want to repeat? You see, JSS were repeating. University will repeat. I don't know why it's like that. SS, were you repeating? Aha, so you are here, you repeat. So if you don't want to repeat, don't fail 9 credits, 10 credits, 12 credits. Don't fail. Okay? From 10 to 12, don't fail. I hope it's a promise, you won't fail. All right. We'll be talking more. Let's move on. So as for 13, even if you bring president, you go home. Let's go. Okay. Assessment. Here we have continuous assessment. JSS, we had it. SS, we had it. Here too, we have it. Continuous assessment means what? Assignments, quizzes, put together. You should be what? 40%. Examination is what? 60%. And then, audited course. Okay, no. So, one thing about this is this. Some people say, oh, me, I don't care about continuous assessment. In the exams, I'll pass. Okay. So, in the exams, if you get 30/60, you are going home. The pass mark here is 50. 50. I mean, it's fair. Oh? Just 50. Just 50. So, if you don't get 50, you are failed. So, in the exams, if you are not able to get the 60, what will you do? You go home, you are failed. It will add to. And listen, the 13 credit is somewhere. This last week, we had somebody like that. She had up to 12, and she was hoping that some department will favor her. She will survive. We were there, she came and said, now she has 15 credit fail. Bye-bye. Now, we have what we call IC. IC means incomplete assessment. The assessment says I should have continuous assessment. I should have what? Exams. If I have IC, what it means is that I don't have one of them. Do you understand? So the lecturer cannot grade you because he's seen that you don't have one leg. One leg is there, the other leg is not there. So I can't grade you. Anytime you open your portal and you see an IC, walk straight to the lecturer humbly. Say, they have released results. However, when I checked mine, I saw that your course, I had an IC. Are you getting my point? Then the lecturer will say, oh, okay, let me check. You didn't do assignment 1. So you have to do it. Or you didn't write end of semester this. Mostly it's about assignments and quizzes because end of semester, everybody comes to write. Then you sort it out. So it's your responsibility to look for the lecturer to fix IC issues. This law we put here, that if you don't rectify it within 2 weeks, what will happen to you? We'll convert it to the corresponding grade. So for instance, I wrote end of sem, I had 50. No, let's say 30. I had 30. My continuous assessment, I don't have it. Within 2 weeks, if you don't rectify it, I'll convert the 30 to the nearest grade. And what is the nearest grade? Fail. So please, if you see IC, raise your hand. Go to your lecturer and sort it out. Grading system. The man is saying we should hurry up. Okay, so we are done with this one. We can move on. This is our grading system. Have you seen it? 80 to 100, A. Yeah, A. Capital A. 75 to 79, B plus. So, you see the credit points I was talking about. That every letter comes with a credit point. That's what we have. So, look at where the red is. They say below what? So, if you get 49, you have failed. If you get 49.5, you have failed. Oh. But if it's this man, he's a lecturer, he will sort you. Okay, so please, Make sure you are just within the first two. Oh, maybe you are best student, so just fall within the first two. Charlie, let's move on. So I am in 100. How do I progress to what? To 200. How do I progress from 200 to 300 to 400, and then I go home? The first one will say the pass mark is 50%. If you don't get it, don't come and worry anybody. You must pass all courses. I'm talking about first year. I'm moving from first year to second year. I should pass all the courses. So when you finish semester 1, semester 2, don't come with E. E means fail. Please, senior high E8 is not fail. Here it is fail. Oh, I had level 300 student who came and told me that he didn't know E was a fail. E is fail. E is fail. Now, I have explained this. If you fail up to 12 credits, and you are in first year, you see, we are too generous. What we do is that we organize receipts. Senior high, when you fail, do you have receipts? This thing, I don't like saying it because when I say it, you say, if there's receipt, then I can fail and write it. Yeah, but they have money to pay. So we have receipts. At the end of the first year, before you move to the second year, you must pass everything. Are you getting it? So I have finished first year, but I have some E's following me that I don't want them. I have to clear them before I move to what? Second year. So we organize what we call first receipt for you to write it. If you are not able to make it, we have another one we call what? Second receipt. You see, we are generous. It's only UCCU. Then you have to pass the second receipt before you move on. So if you fail the second receipt, what happens? Not exactly. If it's 13 credits or more, you go home. If it's a university-wide course, you see I listed them up there. You can move on. But if it is a course that is core to your faculty or department, let's say algebra and trigonometry, you see it's a course, it's an elective something. That one you must pass it before you move on. All these stories is about failure. Why will you fail? Why don't you just pass and move on? Get your D and then we'll move on. Are you getting it? So note that you must pass all courses before you what? Make the next step. Yes. Chairman. Okay. So there's another clause. And maybe we'll have to find time to teach how you calculate CGPA at Alabi. If you have a CGPA less than 1.0, but you are best students, so I think you will not fail. I don't like talking about failure, so you will not fail. Please, will you pass or fail? Charlie, let's move on. Okay, so we have explained this. You are not in 400 yet, so let's move on. Okay, we are hurrying up because of time. Yeah. So, everybody here is to get what? You are all here to get? Thank God. But so some must fall there. Okay, so first class, this is your target. Your CGPA, that's cumulative grade point average, should be between 3.6 and what? 4. Let me show you the trick. If you want to be there, your first year, you should be first class. After the end of the first year, your class should be here. If you don't get it there, Charlie, it will be difficult. Because second year, you start enjoyment. Third year, you are deep in enjoyment. Fourth year, you can't fix the first year. So you go home with pass. So please, I tried it here. First, in first class. Second year, I started enjoying. Then the thing came down small. Third year, it came down again. Then I went with upper. You see? But if you hit first class, you are gone. Okay. Results. So usually they will display your continuous assessment. The lecturers will do that. And you see it. And then they will give you your results. You see it before you come. If you see your results and it's 13 credits, then you don't come and you don't even come. You just enjoy life. Now, you are here. Maybe there's an opportunity somewhere you want to defer your program. Do you understand? You can only defer the program after you have done one academic year. Are you getting it? It means if I have done one academic year, I will now be in what? In second year. Is that not it? If you don't do 1 year, you cannot defer your program. And when you have to defer, you write a letter through the system, through your department to DAA. There are special cases where maybe you have a special issue. You can approach your department. They will bring it and we'll discuss it. All right. Charlie, let's move on. So this is also important. I'm here to do how many years? 4 years, right? Okay. Now, that means that your limit is 4 years. However, we have some small extension for you to resolve all issues. Let's say I'm in the final year and I have some problems. I'm fix up some E's and all that. You have some additional what? 2 years to clear all those things. So in effect, all of you here have a maximum of what? 6 years to clear all your problems and be a graduate. The ideal one is what? 4 years. You should be a graduate. However, after final year, if you have issues, you just have only 2 years. So somebody comes to my office, you are in 2021, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, that's 21. That was 21. So, I came here maybe 2002. Let me go that way. 2002, 3, right? 4, 5, 6, I should graduate. Okay? Then in final year, I have issues. I have only 2007, 2008 to complete them. So if you come to my office 2009, should I mind you? Thank you. You have understood it. Examination requirements. We are almost ending. Please, we don't just come and write exams. You have to qualify before you write exams. In this world, everything there is qualification. You should have paid your fees. If you didn't pay full fees, forget it. So tell your parents not to owe. You should have registered all your courses before you write exams. And then your continuous assessment should have been what? Intact. And what else? ID card. ID card. If you don't have ID card, you won't write exams. You have it now. Please ask the next presenter why. Then you should have clean disciplinary record. You understand disciplinary record? That's why I say everything is in the university, but you have to be moderate. You can enjoy life, but check the rules. But when you don't want to come and write exams, I put it this way because some students, you ask them, say, why didn't you write the end of sem? Say, I didn't feel like coming to write. She was in the hostel, WhatsApp, and I didn't feel like coming to write. No problem. Write a letter to the system and tell them you didn't feel like coming to write. Always let the system know that something happened, that is why you couldn't write the exam. If there's any problem, we'll take that document and take care of your issue. Okay? And remember, the university hospital is your first point of call. Okay? Don't jump anywhere and bring some manufactured evidence that shows that you didn't write exams. Okay, graduation. So we are going through your academic cycle. We started admission, assessment, blah, blah, blah. We are now graduating. They say you should pass all your courses. I've said it. Interfaculty, interdepartment, everything. Pass all the courses. Okay, Charlie, let's move on. These are for other. I've explained the rest. Certificates. On that day, we will all be here. We'll do the graduation. When you are done, we'll set up table and give you your certificate. If you are not able to come for your certificate, please listen carefully. Some people come and say, oh, this person asked me to come and collect certificate. If I don't like you, I can pretend and take your certificate and go and destroy it. Is that not it? So we don't like giving certificates to what? Third parties. We want to give it to Kofi because Kofi is the one who earned it. But if you have exceptional cases, you just have to write, and then it will be attended to. Clear? If you don't come and collect it, my boss is the one who said it too. 5 or more years, what will happen? We say special charge, but that money. If you don't come 5 or more years, there's a special charge on it. But why wouldn't you come 5 or you have finished 4 years, and the certificate you say it, then how can you survive? So that clause, I always don't attend to it. Then we can cancel your certificate or your award. If we realize that you did 419, you came with false qualification, or you came and then said you were Kofi Nyaku, meanwhile you were not Kofi Nyaku, we can take all, you call it back. Or when you were writing the end of SEM, you did something, and the investigation went through, you graduated and left. When they find you guilty, they will call you back and take our certificate. Yes. So malpractice, don't think you can run away. We'll call you back. Yeah. So take note. Wait, that's the last one. We are in Ghana, so we are recommending this one, and then we'll go home. If I were you, do you have files? You know file, the flat file. Okay. They have given you the policies. I can see all of you holding it, right? Good. Everything in that book, please read it like your holy book. I say holy book because it could be Bible or Quran. Then we bring academic calendar. It's in your portal, Abi. The academic calendar is in your portal. Download it and know when university we are writing exams. Know when we are writing quizzes. Please, if I were you, download, print it, and paste it. You can paste it every corner in your room. 3, attend all lectures. If you can't go, let the lecturer be aware. Don't do like this. Create, that's what I was saying, create a file. The first document you have now is admission letter. You have your admission letter, right? Print it, put it number 1. You have paid your fees. Put it number 2. If I or you cry, you do photocopies. You know Kwekubako. You know Kwekubako. They say every document he has 7 copies. Yeah, he put one in the house, one in office, one in the friend's house, one is a wife. But you can do that because you don't know when we will call for one document. If you are missing lectures, I've said it, provide evidence. Then you have some colleagues who are good at those things. So always be close to them. Some people, they know every time. Me, I had a friend like that. One girl. No lecture will beat this girl. So if I'm not, I just need to call her. Charlie, what lecture do we have today? And then she will give me the time. So make good friends and let them remind you of certain activities in the university. The exam officers you have in your department, anytime you have issues, look for them. Okay? If you go and you have problems, you come to our offices. We'll help you resolve them. Institutional email, do you have it? Do you have it? Divine. Institutional email. Okay. So you have institutional email. It is just an email from the university. That's why I say institutional email. The advantage of that email is that, you have Gmail, Google Mails, right? Your Google Mail, your drive storage is 15 gigabytes. Are you aware? But the institutional email, you have unlimited space. So you can put your assignment, your whatever videos, you have unlimited space. He said you'll be provided tomorrow. All right. And then ID cards. Everywhere you are going, carry your ID card. Did they say Ghana card? ID card, okay. Student ID card. You will be given student ID cards. Carry them everywhere you go. So in conclusion, we don't conclude. So all of us, look, the next vice chancellors are here. The next directors are here. The next presidents are here. Please promise us you will not fail. And let us come back here like this after 4 years so that somebody will swear you in as alumni, right, of UCC. So I end here And I thank you for your time. And I wish everybody would do well in the next 4 years. May God bless all of you. And thank you very much. What I'll do is I'm keeping you for him to finish his lecture and take the questions. Do you have an...
All right. So the next presentation borders similarly on this particular one. So you want to take it and then take the questions for both presentations. Are we clear? Hello? So he won't leave us. Alaji will still be with us. When he is done, you can ask all the questions that you need to. Or you are not ready? Are you ready? Okay, all right. So okay, let's take the questions. All right, so whilst we do the setup, let's take the questions. Hello? Yes, let's take your questions with respect to... All right.
Okay. The question I'm going to ask is, when there is a heavy rain rather, and it happens, you have lectures as at that same instance, and as at that moment, you can use your raincoat or the umbrella to prevent yourself from that. Are you going to be awarded for the 3 marks or any other marks that will have been allocated, or what is the lecturer going to do, or they will postpone the lectures?
Okay, my name is Felix Ignatius Yawalade, BCom procurement student. Please, I want to ask, if I'm in my final year and I had opportunity to leave the school, but I've started with my final year exams, which I think I will perform better, and I leave. Please, if I'm back to the school, will I start all the exams, or the one that I've written before I leave, they'll record it for me? Thank you.
Okay, so for deferment, you start from where you stopped off. Alaji? Okay.
So, Honorable, so he's asking, he's in 400, right? And then maybe you become an MP and you want to run away, right? You can always defer your program, all right? But defer it with an application letter through your department to DAA for consideration. Is it clear? Or I didn't get the question clearly. And wait for your response before you move. If I were you, 400, why should I be going?
I've started with my final year exams before the opportunity comes, which I will not be able to write all. If I return, will those that I've written before I left, will they be counted for me, or I will start all the exams again? That's my question.
Okay, so when you defer a program, when you defer an academic year, okay, when you come back, that is why you write a letter. We'll know which ones you wrote, which ones you didn't write. When results are there, results are entered, okay? When you come back, you continue from where you stopped. Is it clear? We don't have peace. That is why we defer an academic year, not peace. We don't defer for a semester. We don't have semester deferment. So I finish first semester, then I have second semester, then I defer. No. We should have finished the whole academic year before you defer. Otherwise, you start again. I hope it's clear. Thank you. Rain is not an obstacle to development. Oh? Please, rain is good. We go to a Kintampo waterfall and the water will fall on us. We don't die. That one is even heavier than the rain. Is that not it? We have raincoats and we are bringing 24-hour economy. 247 economy. That means when it's raining, we'll be working. Please, when it rains, we are working. Cars are moving. People are moving. You have shuttle that moves from hall to lectures. And we are not. So prepare with your raincoats. When it rains, we work. There's no holiday for rain. It was somewhere, maybe primary. University, no holiday for rain.
Thank you so much. I'm new that would have become accounting. The first question I'll have to ask is, in an instances whereby maybe the payment of the fees actually delays, maybe resulting in banking transaction issues, whilst examination time is due. In this case, how is it going to be? Would the student be permitted to write the examination, or the person is going to wait until the payment reflects on his or her portal? The second question I would like to also ask. You talk of, I'm talking about a situation whereby a student absent himself from an examination. I mean, absent, maybe absenteeism. In this situation, is it going to be the same question whereby his colleagues already done, or is going to they are going to set different question paper? Thank you.
My name is Amos, BCom Procurement. My question is talking about the ID card. If I'm not affiliated to any of the halls, how can I get my ID card?
I'm coming, Chroma. In case someone has been withdrawn.
Hello,
from
please
the
allow.
university.
Go ahead.
I said, in case someone has been withdrawn from the university. I said, in case someone has been withdrawn, or like from the university, can that person do the application again with the same documents and be admitted?
Okay. So I'll start from my brother's own. Please, you see, we don't just sack you and say, go home. I mean, we are human beings. We have hearts. We will counsel you, and then we have what we call readmission. Okay? We just did some before I even came here. So you couldn't pass first year. You couldn't make it. We'll advise you, can we give you fresh admission? Or you want to go home and enjoy life? Some of you are a footballer, you want to go and play football. But if you want readmission, sometimes we give you the readmission. Readmission, the advantage is that you are not buying forms. Okay? We will use our procedures and just give you the admission letter, fresh one, so you start again. Is it clear? But if you lose that opportunity within some time, that means you are going home. After some time, you come and tell me, I want readmission. It's for a period. If you don't take advantage of that period and it ends, that's it. You have to go and buy forms. So we don't just, when you are withdrawn, there are options for you. Then, the questions. Chairman, as soon as I finish an exam, the question becomes what? Pasco. So I should give you the Pasco. That means you get even more than 100. Because you have spoken to all your friends about it. Charlie, they are giving me the same questions. So you see, it's obvious. And I wish he was here, he would answer that thing. Then the other one is what? ID. If you are not affiliated, everybody will be affiliated. The thing is that if you are not seeing, you see, the halls are full now. So you may not see anything to go and pay for any hall. At the end of the day, they will collate all those who could not and then give you your what? Your horse. So you still get it. Just keep checking your portal. I hope it's clear. Right now, some people don't have horse. Or you have. All of you have. It will be communicated through your portals or through the dean of students. So they will clear all those who got the horse. And then they will now communicate to all those who didn't get the horse with your horse. So you all have horse. You can't come here without a horse. So rest assured. But ID card is not about horse. Every student must have an ID card, and you will get it soon. There was one I didn't get clearly. There was a first, second, third, the third guy. Somebody asked something.
Let's move on, Dean.
Oh, please, if the person who asked that question can say it again. What was it? The questions. The first one.
All right. I said an instances whereby there is a delay in a fees payment. Maybe
so when you refuse to pay fees, is that not it? But you are putting it nicely. See. You know, we have a way of putting things nicely. So if I don't pay fees, then I come and say, oh, sorry. Say, there was a delay in payment. You see, we have, either we blame the bank or you or the university. I am ready with my money, and they say the system is not working. It's not your fault. Do you get it? So it will be evaluated and know whose fault it is. But mostly it's not the system, it's you. Are you getting it? So pay. The money is there, pay.
All right, thank you very much. Alaji, personally, I have 3 issues I would wish you help me address this. One is on receipt. If I write a receipt, is the new one going to replace the old one? Let's say Comskills, I'm referred. I take a receipt. Are they going to replace the initial one with a new one? Is it clear? Okay, that is 1. 2, some of us applied for the admission with aggregate 6 with 8 ones and all that. Some also did that with about 27, 30 and all that. We are all here. Are we all going to start on the same note? Are we all going to start on the same note? My last question is, after graduation, when a certificate is issued and it is defaced or it is missing, is the university going to replace the certificate for me? All right.
So receipt and what?
I'm helping you.
Okay, so he is asking the questions to help all of us. So let me start with the certificate. You know, we have flooding and all those things. Listen carefully. The certificate has a certificate number. Okay? If that number is available, your certificate can be what? A new one can be issued through a process. So you have to apply through the system before we produce it. So if I were you, as soon as I take my certificate, we used to do it those days. Please take a picture of it, print. I'm not saying laminate the original. Never laminate the original. Take a picture of it, print it, and paste somewhere, or keep it on cloud. You have Gmail. Just take a picture and save it on cloud. So that anytime there's a problem, we can always trace the certificate number and then what? Issue a new one for you. I hope it's clear.
Yes.
Then what is called it? Your receipt. I failed English. It is there, E. When you go and write it, it is going to appear on your transcript, receipt, D. But we should know you failed, or you don't want us to know you failed. We have to know you failed. Anna, divine. Should we delete the E? We don't have to delete it. And the values are not the same. The first E and the D, they are not the same. So please, that's why I said don't just fail. Don't go the failure. You are all correct students, best students in best university. So don't fail. So they will be there. E will be there, and then you see receipt D+. And the child D now. And then the other one is, which one was that? Yeah, so we are we not all here? He said we are all here, starting on the same note. You see, we are not doing orientation for 8 A's and orientation for 35 or 40. We are all here. We are starting on the same note. That's why I was saying that make good friends. I gave you an example of mine. Get people who like school. Some people like school, Papa. Make them your friends and follow them and get what you want. So we are starting the same thing. The same com skills, the same.
Okay. If anything happens to your certificate, the first place to go is the police station and take an extract before the university would even look at your face. Is it clear? For any official document to be considered replaced, the police report must be there. They will ask you some few questions. Whether they take money, don't come and ask me. Okay, they will sort you out. And when you bring that police report, then the university would look at it and see the way forward. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Please, let's give it to him. All right.
Please, I'm called Issa Abdel Jalil, BSc Economics. Please, I want to ask if you have a receipt, the grading points. For instance, you had E, and you write the receipt, and you have A. Will you get the same grading point? That's the question.
Yeah, you see, it will surely affect it. Okay? We have a way we calculate. I wish we have a time for show how we do CGPA. Yeah. You see, yeah, we mark it over not the normal way of marking the scores. Do you understand? Yeah? So it will surely affect it. And that's why I say I wish I had evidence to demonstrate how we calculate these things. But it will surely affect it. Prevention is better than cure. Don't fail. Isa, is it Isa? Don't fail. Because when you start looking for options to fail, you will fail. Oh, if I fail and I get this one, or if I fail and I get this, please don't fail. That's all. Attend lectures and make sure you don't fail. But it will affect it. Maybe when we meet in smaller groups at the halls or something, we'll explain it better. Thanks.
All right, so at this point, we want to say a big thank you to Alaji for coming to share with us issues about academic programs, policies, and regulations. You see the way we have taken our time to go through this orientation. This is the only time you have to learn everything you need to know about the university for your 4-year stay. He talked about all that, even including after graduation. How you can get your certificate, how you should keep your certificate and all that. Because this is the only forum that you have to learn everything you need to know about the University of Cape Coast. That's why we are taking our time. And the issues that he mentioned them, it's not like they won't come. They will come. You meet them. Of course, the challenges, they will come. You meet them. So if I were you, the file he talked about, from here, I'll go and open one and start keeping my records right. The quizzes after writing, and then the lecturer will go and mark, bring them to you. Make sure you keep them until you see your results in your portal. Don't throw them away. There have been instances you will see your grade in your portal. The next moment you open, the grades are missing. Yes, it's a system we are working with. It can happen. So always make sure you keep your records very well. So on this note, Alaji, I think we will release you to go and then have the next presenter take us through issues of registration, which is also another very important presentation. I'm not sure he will keep that long. Okay, all right. So let's invite Mr. Joel Gate to take us through.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to you all. Oh, I didn't hear you. Good afternoon to you all. Yes, I want to see smiles on your faces. You people are looking too serious. Just relax. Everything will be fine, right? So I want to add my voice to the many voices that have welcomed you to say, welcome to the best university in West Africa. We are happy to have you here. Within the 4-year period or 4-year plus period that you're going to be here, one of the main offices that you are likely to, be moving to when it comes to issues about your portal is the MIS section. MIS stands for Management Information System section. Now, during the orientation, Mr. Gray, have they been sent around already? Not yet. So you will be sent around for you to know where our office is, so that if you have any challenge, you can bring it for us to, solve it for you. We are under a directorate. When I entered, I heard Alaji talking about Directorate of Academic Affairs and various directorates. So we are also under the directorate called the Directorate of ICT Services. We have 4 sections under the directorate. We have the IT Training and Support Center, which is under the library basement. You will be sent there. I'm sure by now, about 99% of you should know the library by now, right? Because it happens to be one of the most iconic buildings on campus. I think it's supposed to be the biggest library, if I'm not wrong. We were told it's the biggest library in West Africa. In Cape Yeah, so they are under the library basement. And then we also have MIS section, which I have told you about. We also have the e-learning section. They are at a place we call Code. They will show you that place. You will be trooping in there for 1 or 2 services. Then we also have the network and infrastructure section. For that place is actually not a go area for students because, you know, they don't deal directly with students. They make sure that our network infrastructure is always up and working. Yeah, so before we go look at the registration process, I want to take us a little bit back, then we move forward. So all of you applied for admission when we floated it through our admission portal. You were admitted, and then all of you had messages that you have been admitted. You went to pay your fees, and by the grace of God, we have admitted you, and you are here. You recall that before coming here, you received a message, and the message contained your student number, what some will call index number, or in UCC we normally say registration number, the number with a slash, and then a password. That is supposed to be your account for the student portal. The student portal has been developed for you. During our time, there was nothing like a student portal. They are here to testify. During registration, you have to come very early at dawn to go and queue at the library. Sometimes we will use stones to, form queues because we want to get certain courses, liberals. Thank God now your generation has what we call the student portal. So the student portal is going to be one of your companions, as well as that book you have been given. I want to beg you, whatever you are told here, please make sure that you take them seriously. The information in that book is very, very, very critical. So always make sure that at least, now that you are not doing anything, go through the book and try to understand whatever is written over there. So the student portal, there are services in it that would help you to do so many things. How many of us have been able to enter into the student portal? I believe by now all of us, right? You were able to select your rooms there, isn't it? When we were in school, we didn't have anything like that. But thank God now when you receive your message, you go and pay your fees, then you get your registration number, you go and pay for your hall, then you sit in the comfort of your home and book a room. Those of you who are having challenges, I believe they have been resolved. The rest we are told, or you would have to make arrangements for hostels outside. Now, what can you do in the student portal? There are so many services or links in the student portal. One of them has to do with the registration, which we'll be talking about, but I want to talk briefly about a few of them. My boss has already spoken about personal details. Go there and go and update your details accordingly. They are things that we need. Now, when you are at the end of the academic year, or at the end of the semester, when your results are released, those days we used to paste the results on a notice board. Now we do not paste results on a notice board again. When results are released, you log into your portal, you click on statement of results. Unfortunately, we are not able to do the live demonstration because we are here to set up the system for registration and all that. We are told we don't have to do them concurrently so that you have time to listen to this. After that, we will open the portal for you to do your registration. Yeah, so you can check your statements of results in the portal. So always be going there and then be checking it. Another service that we have in your student portal is the examination timetable. We are the only university that has a customized timetable for students. When you go to other universities, when the timetable is released, they put everything there wholesale. So you would have to go and be looking for your courses. But ours, if you are doing 5 courses, when you go, you see the 5 courses there. If you are registered for 6 courses, you see those courses there, right? When you have issues with your examination timetable, you go to the teaching and examination section. They are within the central administration building. There again, you will be showed that place when you are taken around. There is also what we refer to as lecturer's appraisal. At the end of the semester, all of you are supposed to go into your portal. That link will be activated. So those of you who have data on your phone now, all these links I'm talking about, if you should log in now, you see all those links in your student portal. So lecturer's appraisal, you are supposed to go there and go and appraise your lecturers. Just as your lecturer will teach you, and at the end of the day, he or she will assess you by means of quizzes and examination and assignment and presentation. You are also supposed to go there and assess them. You are supposed to do it very frankly, okay? Don't go and put in things that are not supposed to be there. Do it frankly because they are needed to, make sure that your issues are well resolved. So if the lecturer did not teach you well, you are supposed to put it there, right? So you have to be as candid as possible. There is a new service that we have introduced in the student portal called counseling services. I don't know if the counseling people have been here, but gone are the days that if you needed counseling service, you would have to walk to them. Now it is possible for you to go into your portal, click on counseling services, you provide your details, and then you tell the counselor how you want to meet him. If you want to have the counseling via phone call, you indicate. If you want it through WhatsApp, you let them know. They would provide a contact for you to, get in touch with them. If you want face-to-face, you would indicate. And then you also select the issue that you have, whether academic, social issue, relationships, and all that. Maybe you're a lady and a guy has decided to break your heart and you are finding it very difficult to deal with. They can help you. Yes, so I'm sure when the director or her people come, they would stress on this. I also want to say it before they come. Please, if you don't need that service, don't go there and go and put in unnecessary things over there. When you do that, we'll get hold of you. Because as long as you log into the portal, we are able to go back into the system and know what you do, right? By way of these counseling services. So if you don't need any counseling service, don't go there and go and put in anything over there. Please, I hope I'm clear. So, what are the requirements for registration? He indicated you should have paid your fees before you'll be able to register, right? Thank God all of you have paid your fees. UCC, before you register as a fresher, or before we even admit you, you pay 100% fee. So thank God all of you have registered, so at least you all meet the requirement to register. So once you pay your fees and the registration period has been set in the system, you would have that ability to register. And that would be based on the fact that your registration, department registration officers, as Alaji said, they would have mounted your courses in your portal. Mounting the courses means that they have made the courses available, or they have set the courses in your portal. So once you go there, you see them. Let's start from the mailman. Yes, so all of us are familiar with this by now. So if you want to access the UCC student portal, you type portal.ucc.edu.gh. I believe by now we are able to memorize this, or we've been able to memorize that in our heads by now. Normally when students come, level 400, and you ask them to go to their student portal, they will now be going to Google. No, you are supposed to know your student portal address. So it's simple, portal.ucc.edu.gh. You see this interface. So you enter your registration number, and then your password, which you have been given. then you click on login. It sends you inside the portal. Like all of us, once a while we lose our password. So in case you've forgotten your password, there is a forgot password link there that you can click to reset your password. You'll be required to provide your phone number and other details. Now, I want to go back again to the personal details. Because most of you used the numbers you used during application, they have blocked it. A friend of mine will say Esla also has taken their number. So they have blocked those numbers. So make sure that when you go into your portals, you update us with your most current phone number. Some of you use your parent numbers. Others too, you went to cafe and they use their numbers. Please make sure that you go into the portal, you provide us with your most current number. Now, when you are entering your number, don't enter two different numbers with slashes. Okay? Cell phone number, just enter one phone number. Don't, if you have two numbers, indicate or enter the first one in the first field. There is another field for alternative number or emergency number. That one you can put your parents' numbers there. When you put two numbers in the same field and you do slash, when we are sending messages, the messages will not be able to get to you. So please take note of it. Now, when you log into your portal and you want to do your registration, you click on the link registration. Once you click inside or on that link, it moves you to the fourth step where you would be able to see some guide about the registration. The registration deadline would be placed there nicely for you in red. So as at the time we were capturing this, it was from August 23 to October 31. So you are supposed to take note of this. Once registration period is over, it is over. So try as much as possible to resolve every other issue you have before the registration deadline so that you will be able to register nicely. Yes, so the registration period, the fourth one. Let's please zoom it for them to see. Good. So you have this guide. So now, like I said, before you register, your lecturers are supposed to, your department registration officers are supposed to set up the courses or mount the courses in the portal for you to register. Sometimes if you are not so sure, you can always go to them and then go and inquire and be sure. Okay. Most often than not, too, the courses you are supposed to register for every semester are pasted on the notice board, so it will serve as a guide. So you see this registration guide, you are supposed to read them. We will not read them over here. Most of the things have been said by Alaji. So if you want to do the registration, you click on go to registration. That's the red link. Once you click on it, it will move you to the next window or the next interface where you would be asked to select your major. Now, this course, right? This is humanities. Yes, So that's where we have the arts and social sciences. Yeah, so they do where human beings are. Yeah, so I'm told your college is where human beings are. Good. So when you check your admission letters, you would see that they would write that you have been admitted into this particular program. And your majors are sociology and, let's say, geography, economics and something, classics and philosophy. That is the major, or what we would otherwise refer to as your elective area. So that is your major combination. What happens is that for some departments, every academic year, if let's say you have about 3 majors, as you move along, you will be dropping some of them. These issues will be dealt with at the department level. But what you need to know is that you have major combinations or electives, right? So you select your major, then you click on submit. Then once you click on submit, it will bring you to the next page where you would see a list of courses: course code, course title, credit, quota, and action. We'll see it in on the next slide. Please, let's move back. Let's be there again. Let's be there still. So you would typically see some courses in blue and some courses in black. There are some departments that have what we refer to as packaged courses. It means that for them, they don't have the option of adding or selecting